Hey, what's going on? Josh from Zendesk, and today I want to show you how to connect Cell and Zapier to create 1,000+ integrations. If you're not familiar with Zapier, Zapier is an integration platform which makes it very easy to connect Cell with any other product that you work with today. For today's demo, I'm going to show you how to connect a web form that you create on Typeform with Zapier, and then have Zapier feed the lead into Zendesk Cell. So to give you a sense of what we're working with, I've created a very simple form in Typeform, which looks like this. It asks for the name, last name, phone number, email address, and when you hit submit, it goes into Typeform. Here you can see some of the back end of Typeform and what I've done to get started. And what makes this all possible is the connection with Zapier. So I'm going to open up Zapier now, and what I've done from my dashboard is just clicked Create, Make a Zap. When I click Make a Zap, what I'll first do is select the product that I want to connect with. So there's Typeform, and what I'm going to do is say, this is a new entry. So anytime someone fills out this form, put them into this whole workflow that I'm creating. So when I select new entry, I'll hit Save and Continue. And I haven't set up my account yet, so I select Connect Account. I'll enter in my credentials here, so I'll type that in really fast. So that should do it. And all I need to do is say, yes, you can have the connection. And now Zapier is ready to get started with my Typeform account. So I hit Save and Continue. And now I'll select which Typeform form I want to work with. In this case, I just created all of these accounts, and I will just say my new Typeform and hit Continue. I've got all of the sample data to work from, and that is perfect, and I'll use that as I kind of map everything into the account. So I hit Continue, and I've successfully completed the first step of the Zap, which is connecting it to Typeform, so anytime this form is filled out, that information comes through. Now I want to tell Zapier what to do with this. And what I want to do with that is have this create a new lead in my Cell account. So I'm going to say Action, and I type in Zendesk Cell. And again, I can define what I want to do. In this case, I want to create a new lead. And we've got a ton of different triggers that you can work with, but for this case, we're creating a new lead. And I hit Save and Continue here. Again, I'll need to go through and just connect my Cell account. You only need to do this the first time. So I hit Connect Account, type in my credentials. So I've got the account connected. I hit Save and Continue. And now it's just a matter of mapping out where all the information is going that is feeding into Zapier. So I will pull the first name into the first name field. I'll pull the last name into the last name field. I will also map email because that's a field that I was collecting. And if you can't find a field, you just type in and it will help you narrow down the searches. And then finally, I want to connect phone number, which I have there as well. I can map all the different fields that I want to. In this case, I have enough fields that are in the form, and I'll just hit Continue. Once I hit Continue, I can see the sample data, everything looks good, and I can send a test into Zendesk Cell. I'll let it work for just a moment, and I can see that the example email was anaccount@example.com. So now I will open up my Cell account and refresh the dashboard, and I should see this at the top of my screen. So there it is. It's been added automatically. I can see all the information. So everything's looking pretty good. So as we wrap things up, what I want to do is select Finish, because I put this in place, and I will give it a name. So it's Lead Form to Cell. And I'll turn the Zap on, and the final step will be testing the entire flow as we go through it. So I select See It on my dashboard, it's live, and the final step is to go back into our Typeform account, fill that form out, and see how it works. So I'll type in my name and click OK and Submit. Now this should fire off the entire process. And if I want to follow along, I can watch it in Zapier. And I can see the task history. Within the task history, we can see everything running. And I can see that the information is being passed through. So that successfully went through. Now let's hop back over into the base account for the final moment to make sure that everything's passed through. There it is. The email is set. And I can see that there's actually a mistake here. It's putting Josh. And that's a mistake on me because when I set it up, I did not map the fields correctly for the first name and last name. So if you need to make any changes, that's not a problem. And we can go through and do that really quickly. So as a final step, I can go back in, edit the template mapping, and here I can see that I put in first name twice, so we'll just revise that, grab last name, hit continue and save, and we're all set for the rest of, turn the Zap back on, and we're all set. Let it activate and see it on the dashboard. So now moving forward, everything will be mapped in correctly. It'll be sent into Zendesk Sell, and that's how you can get started with Zapier and Sell. It's that easy to connect Sell to any other product that you want to begin working with. If you don't have a Sell account, you can use the link below this video to get started. Hope you've enjoyed this and look forward to seeing what you build.